May I now call upon the smart, young, energetic Muthu Subramanian onto the chamber to present the first chamber report.
Good morning, one and all. I am humbled and honored today to stand before you to present the first chamber report of this prestigious Nagartar Chamber of Commerce. So, when did this all start? Before even getting into my speech, I'll take the poetic liberty because we've been doing things unconventional at NCC. And yes, I will give me some poetic thing. I'll go into a few rhyming words now and then, so kindly bear with me. So 2015, it was on our Independence Day, was when it all started, one could say. Inspired by IBCN, about 30 of us met up, a group of youngsters all charged up. We decided to meet on every first Sunday, and that tradition we follow till this day. Humble beginnings, sitting on a samakalam, we realized together we had a wonderful edhikalam. Okay. Our next meeting was almost equally well attended. It was a day when a lot of important events happened. Over quick consensus decision, conveners were nominated, and the focus of the forum was very clearly established. Okay. The third session, we had a motivational start. We decided we would have a speaker every event, motivating and igniting minds was our prime intent. Topic of the day was business scale-up and diversification, and the speaker, who better than our very own Soma Valliyappan. This session, because we had already come up with the basic objectives, so we held a session where we wanted to do brainstorming. We had now defined our basic objectives, but believed it was prudent to take everyone's perspectives. What ensued was an intense brainstorming session, a brilliant potpourri of thoughts emanated from the discussions. Before this, I would like, at this juncture, it's important to mention a word about the venues. We began a journey on our Samakalam, but within the third meeting, we were upgraded to business class. We must profusely thank Palliyappan, our president, for letting us retain his corporate conference room that can comfortably house over 100 numbers. We've been given a mandate to use it until we outgrow it. So that's incentive enough to grow. We may very soon do that. But for now, this has given us a lot of permanence and convenience. Thank you, Anna. January 2016, time to ring in the new year. The man for the job, squadron leader, Unni Nair. His topic of the day, living life by high definition, he went about in typical military style, like a man on a mission. Okay, this is a momentous moment. Thiraigadal Odiyum Thiraviyam Thedu was what our ancestors believed. To encapture that in our logo, we decided contemporary design encapsulating our rich heritage and immortal design befitting the Nagartar lineage. I will share some interesting tidbits at this juncture. While the logo designing and coining of our name and caption was a group effort, everyone did pitch in with their thoughts and ideas. It would be interesting to mention a few names here. I would like to recognize Mr. Ramkumar Singaram, who came up with the first thought of coining it Nagartar Chamber of Commerce. I think that has stayed and made us an impact. And I'd like to thank architect Periyanan for coming up with that wonderful sail to prosper. But as for the logo designing, we left it to professionals. So it came out, like you see, brilliant. But definitely I'd like to thank Innovator Annamalayanan for actually taking up the cost of the logo designing. What we noticed was that every time we met up, we didn't really have time to meet each other or, get to know each other. So this event was held at the AMPA Ahoy on EZR, where we had an ice-breaking session with Unni Nair. I mean, after the first session, we fell in love with him. So he helped us break the ice between us, know each other better. And ever since, we've never looked back. We had some team building sessions, carrying each other over the line, literally. So it was a good experience. Now, moving into digital space. This was our first venture into digital space. It was on March 2nd that we launched our Facebook. And ever since, we've never looked back. Like Palniappan said, we've been having wonderful shares, views, and updates through the Facebook. This was on March 6th. We had a session with Auditor Murali, who has phenomenal experience, like you see. He was speaking to us about the just then released budget and clarifying thoughts about that. Now, we come to this momentous moment. Our first honorary member was inducted. As a group of young entrepreneurial minds, we believed we needed the right knowledge and guidance. Why look out? The best of Nagartar minds are right here. Our very own Nagartar achievers beyond compare. It was decided to induct them as an honorary member to guide and support the upcoming chamber. First on the list was Kalaimamani Abhirami Ramanathan. Look no further for your inspiration. A fighter, a go-getter who has achieved many a milestone. Proud indeed that today you're one of our very own. Thank you, Anand, for accepting our first honorary membership. We are mighty proud. Our second honorary member, the next in line in our list was Thiru Lakshmanan. Your humility has always overawed us, Anand. An industrialist, a literarian, a lover of art, the world knows you as a man with a big heart. Thank you, Anand, for sharing with us and accepting to be our honorary member. We are blessed. This happened when the Dubai team was here to do a roadshow on their forthcoming event, IBCN. So we welcomed the NBIG team. We had a very good session where we exchanged thoughts, and we believed there is a lot of mutual relationship going and we can get a lot happening. So we have offered, like Palniappan said, a red carpet to help them do anything related to their IBCN event here. The next event was where Mr. Badri from the National Stock Exchange addressed us about raising funds for emerging companies. This was again a revelation. Our YES committee, who will come up later and talk more about this, came up with this innovative event, Biz Hunt, which really showed us what kind of youth strength we have. There were 40 members who registered in no time, and the entire space was lively, vibrant, and it gave us a lot of promise for the future. This event was on June 5th, where Mr. Krishna Ram, the CEO of Emerald Tires, shared his experiences in branding through his tenure at Emerald Tires and before. It was definitely a power-packed performance. He actually was a 5-footer. I called him a dynamite. You know, they come in small sizes. Okay, here I'm extremely pleased to share some gratifying numbers. Over the short period that we have 47 chamber members, 57 associate members, 37 members, and a lot of applications are in process, about 104 of them. And the most important thing is that through this mere tool of a WhatsApp group, we have able to actually do about 10.5 crores of business between our members at various stages of closure. And in the pipeline, it's very heartening. Note that there are at least 8 crores that I know of pending. So here we are at the web launch. We are here today, the D-Day, to announce to the world NCC is here to stay. Our website is going alive shortly. Believe me, it's going to be a hot property. It cannot get bigger. Vellayan is here. Humble and honored to have you here, sir. Okay, this is for the Kabali fans out there. You might be wondering why this is here. I will end with a Kabali quote. On behalf of all Nagartars all across the world, and on behalf of Nagartar, through Nagartar Chamber of Commerce, we believe our message out to the world is, Vanditen solle, Thirumbi vanditen. Summa illa, 100 வருஷம் முன்னாடி எப்படி நம்ம இந்த வர்த்தக உலகத்தை ஆண்டமோ அதே மாதிரி அதை விட மேலா மகிழ்ச்சி.
Now you all know when I started, I called him energetic. This is why I said, thank you, Muthu. Now I normally say, see, இப்போ ரெண்டு கையும் தட்டும்போது it is a part of an exercise. உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸசைஸ் பக்கத்தில் உட்காந்துறவங்களுக்கு அந்த சந்தோஷம். ஸோ கேன் வி ஆல் கிவ் him a big round of applause, please?